Hello guys, what is going on? I'm Nozda and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Tony Stark Iron Man Self-Made Man Part 1. So the cover is a little there's a lot to be desired there, really. It's a bit dark and it's a bit gloomy, and it kind of it really is a juxtaposition to the actual story, because the story is it's really fun, especially the beginning, really uplifting, and it's set up like for a pretty good villain. Because what we got, obviously, someone who can control things and someone who can control something like Fing Fang Foom, who is a massive dragon man thing. That's insane. Just to say, first of all, but what we've been promised and what has already begun here is that this series is going to be the sort of like showcase of just the wildest imaginations of the Raya, which is Dan Slott, and also the artist behind it, concept art going into it as well, because Iron Man in this particular story, he's always been a tinkerer. He's always been obviously an engineer, but in this one, it's like sort of dialed up to 11. He's gonna make these weird, wacky suits. We already saw two different variations, like the huge sort of like mecha god type robot, which is like huge and about the same size as Fing Fang Foom. We've also got like an Ant-Man sized robot, like a bunch of them, which is calling back obviously to the start of the story. Now, let me actually talk about the start of the story. So, what we got at the beginning is we've got what I would say is just simply a beginning of a villain. Now, so what we got is like we got a past where Tony Stark upsets someone, he beats them because he's better than them, and he's also incredibly arrogant about it. Then we skip forward to meeting them again, and he seems to have almost um, no sort of like he doesn't seem to feel bad about it like at all. He doesn't seem to hold like a grudge. He doesn't seem to be angry at Tony Stark. But sorry about my phone going off. It seems so much like the start of a villain arc, and I just can't see it not being in the future. I feel like this character is set up to help Iron Man with a few more concepts and to be able to do some cool different variations to the Iron Man suit, and then for him to turn bad whether Iron Man does something or whatever. It just seems like that type of character, just because of the way it was started and the way it was set up. I wish, like in the first meeting on the first couple of pages, um, it was set up to be like he was a bit more angry, but I just wasn't there at all. Um, I was trying to remember his name, and I finally actually read it. Andy Bang. I don't think it's Bahang. I think it's Bang. Um, so yeah, Andy Bang is the person I'm talking about. Sorry, I just can't think of the name for a second. Um, and yeah, so I just thought he was going to be the villain, but it was just a weird way to start it off, like for him to just be all chummy about it. It felt like there was no need to have Tony Stark be such a bastard at the start of the story if it wasn't going to be a villain later on. And that's kind of the point I'm coming across. I do feel like he's going to be a villain later on. There's also like another thing apart from the inventions and the different variations of the Iron Man suit that this first issue is trying to set up and tell the reader that this is what's going to happen. It's also about team play. Like Iron Man is usually like Tony Stark is a very involved, self-involved person. Like he's usually a lot of time by himself. He broods, and also he seems to be like sort of the best person in any room. But twice in this one issue, he's asked for help, and also at the end, he said that we are Iron Man at Stark Industries, like we are Tony Stark, which maybe he's got given. I assume the reason for this sort of character change is to do with Civil War Two, and the fact that he died, and it's sort of like giving him a new perspective on life, I guess, and the fact that he can't do everything by himself. Because Civil War 2, for the part I read anyway, I read like the first half of it, he was very much by himself. He didn't want anybody, and he acted on his own, which sort of caused a lot to happen, and a lot of bad things to happen as well. That was obviously fueled by grief, but now Rhodes is back, he's got a clearer head, and stuff like that. So that was good. Overall, it was a fun first issue. 100%, it was a very fun issue. It set up the characters well, set up the villain well. Having Fin Fang Foom on on panels just looked super cool. I love the art style. But it's not like anything too insane. It's not like a Doctor Strange art style where it can be like Marmite. You love it or you hate it. It's a very safe art style, which is fine. But a good first issue from Dan Slott. I get a bit wary about first issues because obviously they're worked on for the longest. Because you keep going back to it, and you work on it until it's perfect or until it's the best you can make it, whilst also developing the story for future issues, so the artist can work on it. But the first issue is usually always worked on the longest, so it's not a terrible thing to say that it could be the best one out of the entire series just because it's given the most love, given the most care. And it didn't actually tell me, I don't think it actually said anything about when the next issue is coming out, but if it's going to be bi-weekly, then that will, oh, here we go, we got it. Next Iron Man 2 doesn't seem to actually give me a date. No, it doesn't seem to give me a date for when Iron Man 2 is out. So I would assume it'll be bi-weekly to begin with, at least for the first issue anyway. I don't know whether it'll go straight to monthly, because usually if it's monthly, it will tell you. But who knows? Anyway, that's going for now, guys. So, like I said, liking the Tony Stark character, liking the trajectory of the story, the villain seems interesting, and overall, it's going to be cool. Because, specifically, just let me say something about the villain. The villain's strategy seems very, very interesting because of the whole team aspect. The fact that Tony Stark has built a team around him and he relies on them now. For that to just be like shot on straight away, to be like, oh, this team that you're finally like giving yourself over to and you feel like you can trust them, you can't. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But also, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.